Hello and welcome to today's edition of Great Recruiters Spotlight. My name is Adam Conrad, founder and CXO of Great Recruiters, and I am joined here today with Jake Gill of Staffmax. And before I get into it, I just want to share a little bit of background on Jake. Jake has over 120 reviews, 4.7-star rating, 90% highly recommended rate. And if you read this guy's reviews, you know why people love him. But Jake, welcome, and how are things going for you today?
Awesome. I'm doing super well. Thanks so much for having me on here, Adam. Nice to see you again.
Yeah, nice to see you, and kudos to all the awesome reviews you get. You're obviously doing something right, and we're going to unpack that a little bit here today. But before we get going, just tell us a little bit about yourself and tell us about Staffmax.
For sure. Yeah. So I've been recruiting with Staffmax for almost 6 years now. So I do a little bit of everything. So on the permanent recruitment side, I do mostly finance, accounting type roles. Then on our commercial side, anything from light industrial, so 50 people in a warehouse, or even administrative roles. Like a few payroll clerks. 20 payroll clerks for a 3-month term is kind of our bread and butter type thing that we do at Staffmax here.
Now, I know a little bit about you and about your background, so this question's kind of fun because I always ask people, nobody grows up thinking they want to be a recruiter unless somebody in their household owns a staffing firm. So let me ask you this. How did you get into the staffing industry?
Yeah, well, I really was kind of bored into it almost. My dad started Staffmax back in 2007, so I really grew up understanding the industry and kind of working around it. And yeah, once I started going to university, I started working here part time and just really ended up loving it. I mean, there's not a lot of roles where you can have such a great impact on people's lives. Every day you get up and come to work, which is just super cool, I think.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. And so how long has Staffmax been around?
Yeah, so since 2007, we've had our commercial business. And then in the last 3 years, we got into the travel nurse space in the United States. So, yeah, a couple different divisions there. But yeah, so since 2007, we started up.
Awesome. And you talked a little bit about the types of roles that you fill. Is there a specific region that you guys focus on as far as, I mean, you're our friends to the north. You're based out of, where exactly are you based out of?
Winnipeg, Manitoba. So I'm in our head office here. Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. And you're going to be going to the Jets game later. So that's exciting.
Yeah, pretty excited. Can't complain. But yeah, so we have handle roles all across Canada, the US, also a little bit in Europe as well. So UK, Sweden, Finland, and Australia as well, funny enough.
Wow, that's great. I love the expansion you guys have had. And for somebody who's been around recruiting for a really long time and been doing this for some time, what is your perspective? How has Great Recruiters benefited you as a recruiter?
It's really been great for just building a personal brand, right? It's not so much why should they work with this or that agency. It's why should they work with Jake the recruiter. So it's really been good at kind of differentiating yourself a little bit, for sure. Prospective candidates and even clients can see the feedback from people I've worked with and kind of the types of roles I've filled in the past and things like that. And it's also great for me because hearing feedback from clients, candidates, it's always great to get that from them.
And so with all those reviews that you've collected, how do you leverage that yourself as a recruiter? Because I'm with you 100%. It's not about, people aren't working with a staffing firm. They're working with an individual. And so, it's a highly competitive industry. There's a lot of recruiters out there. And so how do you leverage all that positive feedback and reviews that you've gotten to help you kind of expand your network and get people to want to call you back?
Well, having all those reviews on display is awesome because in the eyes of a lot of candidates and even clients as well, choosing between one agency and another, they don't really know the difference. So we get to, share the feedback that we've got. We post it out in like e-blasts and LinkedIn and things like that, where, if people are checking out our company, they can really, it's more of a personal touch and they're hearing direct feedback from clients and candidates of kind of the experience they had, kind of the process, and like I said, the different types of roles we fill as well. So it's been really a great promotional tool, for sure. And then it's also helped us out too, because it encourages people to, give us a review on Google and things like that, or get us on social media, which is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are doing all the great work. It's just a matter of how do you help everyone else out there that doesn't know you that you're doing great work. And so being able to display that information, share in your outbound is really powerful. And what do you think it means for your candidates? Like when they're working with you and you're Great Recruiter certified, like what does that do for them?
It's really about getting that trust. Before they even give me a phone call, they can see 100 people that I've helped out and who have shared good feedback and things like that. So right from the jump, they can kind of have a level of trust and see, oh, there's all these people that have already worked with me, and kind of some reassurance that they're in good hands.
Yeah, if they're going to call somebody back who's got 120 plus reviews that other people have shared that you're a great person to work with. So 100% on that. And you mentioned it, the key word, it's trust. When a stranger's calling you, when they don't know who you are, they never heard your company, how do you expect somebody to trust you off the bat? And I think you nailed it. It's like, share with other people what their experience is. Same way that we decide what restaurant to go to, right? We rely on other people's perspective to help us make a choice of who do we want to call, where do we want to spend our time? And obviously you have to have the reviews and the positive ratings for them to want to call you back. So kudos to you for all the hard work that you've done establishing that. You're obviously doing a lot of things right. And unpack that a little bit. Like when a candidate's working with you, Jake, what should they expect in that experience?
Well, transparency, I think, is the biggest one. Quick feedback, just being honest, keeping them updated and informed, whether it's good news, bad news, no news at all, just keeping them in the loop, not, ghosting the candidates and things like that. It's definitely the biggest thing. And just really being an advocate, for the candidates you're working for.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations again on all your success and all of the positive feedback that people have working with you. And obviously, it doesn't just speak volumes about you as an individual, but as your organization. It's a company that cares about what people think. They're investing in ways to help get that information to make sure that you just hit it. You're transparent of what the experience is, which leads them to at least having more insight to who you are, and they know that they're working with somebody they can trust. And really appreciate you sharing your experience and background, Jake. If you're looking for a recruiter and you're looking for somebody that you can trust, I would say there are recruiters and there are great recruiters like Jake. I would make Jake my first call back. And with that, I just want to, again, congratulate you on all your success and wish you the best here in 2024.
All right. Thanks so much for having me, Adam.
Thanks, everyone, and have a great day.